And so, the craziness, the wackiness, the social awkwardness, the epicness of Durarara has returned. So, in today's video, guys, I'm Professor Anime, and I'm going to be giving you my first impressions and a review of the first episode of Durarara X2 Ketsu. Let's get it started. So like the past seasons of Durarara, we get an episode that is focused on different perspectives of each individual character after perspective, after perspective, after perspective. So pretty much this review might be all over the place, just like how Durarara was, because I'm going to try to go down and analyze pretty much everything that happened in this first episode. So here we go. I'm going to try my best. So let's talk about the opening really quick. Now, the ending to this season of Durarara, it wasn't really anything special, in my opinion at least. I mean, it did have some good animation, but Durarara has always had a unique style of animation, and I love it to this day. But as far as the song goes, it really didn't do anything for me. However, the opening of this season of Durarara was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. The animation is spot on as always, and it also foreshadows the events that are going to happen in this future season of Durarara. I mean, it's already been hinted at in Durarara X2 10, with the build-up. The way Durarara is going is that, you know, Izaya and Oba are eventually going to come head-to-head and battle it out. We might see a war break out in Ikebukuro, or it will just be a mind game, so to speak. From what we have seen, obviously, in the past seasons of Durarara, and also in this first episode of Durarara X2 Ketsu. But, however, the song is by Flow. The song was very good. I really enjoyed the song. I enjoyed this opening in general. However, I will not say it is the best opening that we have seen of Durarara. In my personal opinion, I think that Durarara X2 10 had the best opening. That opening was phenomenal. And if I were to give like a top 3 list, it would definitely be that. The second one will be the first opening to the first season of Durarara, because that's very nostalgic to me. I love that opening. And then it would be this one. This is a very good opening, but I wouldn't say it is the best Durarara opening to date. Now, if anybody remembers Durarara X2 10, Durarara X2 10 landed on a massive cliffhanger, and we were suffered to wait until this season of Durarara started. But also in Durarara X2 10, at the very end, we see Celty going into her house, into the living room, and seeing that, like, almost the whole cast of characters are there, including Namie. Now, it is actually shown what actually went down with how Namie actually got in her house in this episode, because if we do remember, also in Durarara X2 10, is that Namie actually ended up getting captured by Kujiraji's men. So let's talk about how this scene went down. So apparently Namie was actually rescued by 3 men dressed in lab coats, and it is very obvious to pinpoint who these 3 men are. One of them was Shingen, which is Shinra's father. Number 2 was Igor, and number 3 was Akabayashi. Now, we'll get to him in a little bit, but first, let's just talk about this scene. Now, Namie was rescued by these 3 men. From Shingen in general, he devised the whole plan to get payback for Kuzuraji, because apparently, you know, he ended up arriving at the scene to save Namie and was like, "Kuzuraji, you're gonna fuck with my son? No way, man, payback, payback." So, he ends up, you know, completely devising this whole plan, and just, you know, it was a very comical scene what played out. They ended up throwing smoke bombs around the neighborhood or whatever, and it was actually shown how the news actually caught on to this event, and everybody was blaming Shingen for the whole ordeal. It was very funny. But Namie is rescued, and that is how explained how Shingen, Igor, and Namie are at Celty's place. Now, as far as Akabayashi goes, I don't think I saw Akabayashi in the living room. So, what exactly happened to Akabayashi? we are not exactly sure. Like, where did he go? However, if my memory serves me right, we actually did see in the final episode of Durarara X210 was that Akabayashi actually went over to where Oba and Mikado are hiding. So that is probably when they started to exchange the dialogue between the two. But yeah, I don't think I actually saw Akabayashi in this whole episode in general. I could be wrong, but that's just what I noticed. And of course, there were a lot of other comedy moments in this episode, especially what went down in the living room with pretty much all of the characters that were in the living room with Celti. Celti is just freaking out because she doesn't know what is going on. Why is everybody here? And Shinra explains the whole thing to her, but just the dialogue that was exchanged through Celti and Shinra was really funny because, like, especially, like, I think Walker ended up saying, "Hey, dude, I got some doujinshi that I can lend you, and some of them include Dullhens." And Shinra's like, "I'll take them." Celti is like, "What are you doing? Why would you want these doujinshi of Dullhens?" And Shinra's just like, "I just want to recreate the moments that we used to share with one another." So it is really hinted at, like, what exactly goes down with Shinra and Celti, especially late at night, you know, especially with Shinra's father there. He's like, "What do you do with each other at night?" And it was just funny. Obviously, this stuff was already hinted at, that Shinra and Celti already have done the naughty. I mean, in the first season of Durarara, at the very final episode, we see, you know, Celti going half naked, pretty much just showing that, hey, Shinra, I'm ready for you. So, I mean, this isn't anything new, really. But pretty much, did Shinra and Celti have sex? Yeah, that's pretty much confirmed. Also in this episode, we see that Shizuo is locked up and being interrogated by the police still from the events that ended up getting him framed by Izaya. So there is that. Now, when it comes to Shizuo as a character, in the past season of Durarara, we've seen a major difference to his character, because in the first two seasons of Durarara, Durarara Season 1 and Durarara X2 show, we see, you know, Shizuo technically acting very aggressive and very hostile, and it's very, he basically hasn't been able to control his anger. Now, in Durarara X210, this is where we really get to see a change in Shizuo's character as he starts to become more calm, and overall, he's just getting a lot more character development. And in this episode, the episode focuses on his development as a character as well, because he also stopped himself from ending up killing those two cops. But yeah, guys, that about does it for this review of Durarara. It was a very enjoyable episode. I'm glad Durarara is finally back, because now we will finally get to see what's going to happen with Mikado and some of the other characters, especially Mikado, because in Durarara X210, he ended up going through a psychological development in his character, and I want to see where this is going to lead to in the future episodes of Durarara. But yeah, very enjoyable episode. I give this episode probably a 8 out of 10. It was a very good episode. So yeah, that about does it for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on what you thought about the episode. And as always, if you liked the video, please give it a like. And if you want to stay updated to my future content on this channel, please hit the red subscribe button below, and you'll never miss a video from me. That about does it for this video, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Catch you guys next time.